than cigars, because I don't know the last time you saw a child puffing on a Rocky Patel Old World Reserve.
That just may be because they haven't acquired such a sophisticated palate.
You know what? If I saw a child smoking a cigar, I'd go up to that kid and I'd say, you know what, kid, you've got moxie.
You got moxie.
You're going to make it. You're going to make it in this town. But there are so many industries, for example, the fast food industry and the soda pop industry, the industries that are pretty much poisoning kids, turning them into little Augustus gloops, poisoning them, giving them diabetes, or they're going to have all sorts of other health issues that come from being overweight, such as heart disease, blood pressure issues.
Oh, yeah.
There's just a million. Liver and kidneys can barely function when you're overweight. The food that kids are eating is far more detrimental to their health in the long term. I mean, when a child develops diabetes, that's something that he will live with for the rest of his life. And that is something that was going to cost the average American taxpayer over the course of a lifetime, when combined with how many people are in this country, trillions of dollars, far more than any costs related to tobacco illnesses.
Cigars.
Fast food, soda, and all these other disgusting foods, like all these Frankenstein monster foods that are being made by Kraft and all these other companies, these genetically modified foods that are altering our DNA. Where's the uproar? Where's the outrage? Where's the demand for tax money from these industries?
I think I was saying this before. Everybody eats that food. And as long as you have the majority of people who eat that food, they don't want to be the ones demonized. You have to demonize a smaller group.
Right, but it's now sort of becoming clear to people, especially overweight people, that, oh, wait a minute.
They're next.
Now I'm next. Now, then who's next after that? And, maybe once we go down this road, we'll all be assigned a number based on our health.
Yeah, and we'll all have to join a gym and go move to a grass farm.
Which, that's what the Nazis wanted. That's what Hitler wanted. He wanted everybody to quit tobacco. He wanted people to
family values.
Right, family values. He wanted family values. He wanted people to stay away from the evils of tobacco. He wanted to purify the nation. He wanted to purify the people. And in many respects, that's sort of what's going on in this country, this sort of push.
A noble cause.
Right, a noble cause. But at the cost of what? What Hitler and other fascist dictatorships wanted to do is not just to sort of mold a perfect society, but they also wanted to show control. They wanted to show that they made the rules. If Hitler doesn't smoke, then you don't smoke. When Kim Jong-il quit cigarettes, he made the entire country.
Is that true?
North Korea quit cigarettes, yeah.
Are the people pushing this legislation holding Kim Jong-il up as their model? I haven't seen any signs for Kim Jong-il being lifted up in the halls of Congress.
I don't know.
This is our example, our leader.
But to get back...
A leader on tobacco.
But it was a way of curtailing people's personal freedoms, personal liberties with this health mantra.
Give me a hand up with that, would you? I'm starting to get a little bit of an uneven burn.
Mine went out.
I'm just going to correct it.
I mean, I was pontificating a lot.
True.
That's
you need to
probably responsible.
shut the hell up.
Did your cigar go out, or is it just burning a little bit uneven?
It's just burning a little uneven. I'm just going to give it a little...
Now, I'm not saying that the people that drafted this S-chip or any other anti-tobacco or anti-cigar legislation or anybody that voted for it or anybody that proposed it or whatever is a Nazi. I'm merely saying that they may be Nazi sympathizers, which
Right.
is a far less demonizing
They're not
accusation.
No, obviously these people want to. They're looking for, answers. They're looking for ways of generating the funds to take care of children. Noble cause, obviously. Nobody is against helping children get access to health.
And I am happy to pay my fair share. But you know what?
Absolutely.
I've been paying my fair share. I've been paying 37% tobacco tax in addition to sales tax. I'm also paying a federal tax, and I'm paying even more of a federal tax. I can't do any more. I'm going to go out of business. And here's my issue, my real issue with this legislation, is that you're going to decrease consumption of these products. And when you decrease the consumption, you decrease the revenue. And therefore, you decrease the amount of tax revenue.
Which is self-defeating.
Which is self-defeating.
Once you take away the amount of people buying these products, then where's the money going to come from? When the revenue isn't.
It's a flawed system, but everybody should put in. But more importantly, industries that are poisoning and killing your children, which is the fast food industry, the soft drink industry,
corn growers, and people who are lobbying Congress and putting out commercials. I don't know if you've seen the latest corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup commercials.
Now hold on, don't ash that yet. Now let's take a second here. Let's take a second.
Okay.
That cigar is burning perfectly. Mine went out.
Good.
I had to relight it. Mark's, he had to do a little correction. The ash is really white, not very flaky, and it's burning like a champ. It's got a nice long white ash. It's holding on well. You know what? This is a $10 tablecloth. Let that ash fall where it may, just so we can see, how the cigar's rolled. And that's one way of really seeing how the cigar is constructed, how it holds its ash and how it burns. And there it goes. It's a pretty solid ash. That thing fell probably took a 7-inch dive off that cigar.
Yeah.
Landed and came to a pretty drastic halt. I mean, this is a small padding, but held its ash like a champ. Good looking. Okay, to get back to the review, we're smoking a Rocky Patel Old World Reserve Corojo Torpedo. So far, it's been a really good cigar. I don't think it's as strong as, like I said, Rocky Patel touts it to be, but it's just a really nice cigar.
I don't know though. On the way, once it, as you know, when you smoke it down, the flavor gets more and more intense.
Well, be that as it may, I don't really enjoy a really strong cigar. In fact, I wanted to open the show with a nice Connecticut because I've just been hankering for a really nice Connecticut cigar.
But I think Connecticut's a lighter colored cigar.
Connecticut's the wrapper's grown in the shade. But I think for the next show, we're going to do one of my new favorite Connecticut's, the Nub Connecticut, which is made by the Oliva Company, and it's the whole line. They're very short, fat cigars. Apparently, they were made so that you're really only smoking the sweet spot of the cigar. But I want to reiterate, I like the idea of helping fund children's health care.
Sure.
I just don't think it should only be me. But if it is me, my only caveat is that I should be able to go to the families that have these children. I should be able to sit where the father normally would sit at the dinner table, and I'll sit there and I'll carve
Thanksgiving
turkey so that the child knows that I'm his father.
Right. And you will be known as dad.
I will lay his mother down and bed her.
You'll bed her, yeah, of course.
And
well, if you're going to be funding his child's well-being, then you ought to
have sex with his mother.
Okay.
I want to be able to take these S-chip kids that I'm paying for and take, just like with Christian Children's Fund, how you get you get information in the mail about the child that you're helping to support. You get a headshot. You get information.
Picture. It's a letter.
That's what I want.
Thank you, Todd. Thank you so much for. I went to the doctor today, and it's all because of you and your cigars.
Is that asking for too much?
It's fair. What's fair is fair.
Now you may want to correct that cigar, and we've got just a little torch lighter. So far, the maintenance on these cigars has been minimal. Mine went out, but I was also blathering on and on and on. So normally I'd keep a better tab on the cigar and not let that happen. So it's probably partly my fault. Mark's cigar, however, it's not even though it's not burning evenly, it hasn't gone out yet.
No, it just needs a very quick correction.
With a quick flick of the lighter.
On line here.
Back when we were kids, we'd call that canoeing. When we were youngsters.
Right. That's right.
Now,
and we weren't referring to cigars either.
You've always been outdoorsy.